shakalaka, it appears like the sell-off in Asia that triggered the recent downturn in the market is subsiding. Today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at some very interesting charts and going over exactly what's going on for Bitcoin, plus one admonition and one word of encouragement. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. Is this market crash over? Is it going to continue? Will it get better? Will it get worse? And exactly why? Plus, if you stick around till the end, there's a very interesting article that I'm going to be going over and also some very encouraging numbers. Now, before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where we give away one of these sweet shirts every week. Now, to begin with, it looks like the Asian sell-off is pretty much ending. So Asia ramped up selling of Bitcoin into the end of the year. This selling has now decreased substantially. You can see this red here. Huge towards the end of the year. They pretty much had to sell all their Bitcoin off of exchanges by December 31st. We talked about this a few weeks ago, and now it graphically is coming into fruition, getting rid of some of the sell pressure. I say some of the sell pressure because we have, the leveraged longs and shorts contributing to sell pressure, especially when there is volatility because they get called on their long or short. But also, there's some capitulation. Right now, people really are capitulating into one of the most stacked bids he's ever seen and into a key support. Emotional will be punished shortly, he thinks, according to Light Crypto. And you can see the support right down here. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin fear and greed, extreme fear, very, very fearful. People are capitulating. They're like, hey, it could go lower. I better sell now. And I see where they're coming from. So I totally understand where they are coming from. However, if we take a look at the numbers, because at a sports game, when your team is winning, you yell scoreboard. Well, if we take a look, anytime the fear and greed was low, below a score of 30, which is where it is right now, anytime it was that low down there, well, if we take a look at the chart, those would have been amazing buying opportunities. You basically would have bought the dip before the oncoming pump. Almost every time you would have bought the dip. So, that being said, is right now the time to buy Bitcoin? Or is right now the time to sell Bitcoin? Well, we're going to get into that shortly. Right now, TechDev is saying, hey, in his view, 2021 was a consolidation period for Bitcoin around $40,000 at the 2.72 fib. Just as 2019-2020 was a consolidation around 9,000 at the 0.382 fib. So basically, I talked about this the other day, how we've basically been trading sideways in two different patterns. And if we take a look at the price right now, well, it's fallen to around $40,000 to $42,000. And people are saying, hey, this could be the bottom. A lot of support here. Other people are saying, hey, we're out of this trend that has been in for a while, could crash much lower. As a matter of fact, could go down to 30. And if it goes down to 30, could go down to 15. And we're hearing that as well. Other people are saying, hey, the on-chain has never looked better. Price is going to go up. So we have three different narratives going on with the price. And I just want to share two potential viewpoints with you coming up soon. But the one thing that I did want to notice is if we take a look at the volume profile, which shows where a lot of money changes hands, we can see where we are right now is actually somewhat of a valley. So it doesn't appear, at least to me, that this would be much of a support area until we get down to roughly the $34,000 area. That would seem like more support. And if the price gets down there, there could be a lot of fear in the market. We could be going into extreme fear because it'll be close to that $30,000 number that if Bitcoin breaks below that, we would have a double top number one here, top number two here. And if it breaks that $30,000 level, then based on TA, the price would go down significantly more, roughly $10,000 to $15,000. However, that would be a historic first for Bitcoin to break a previous all-time high going back down. Now, that being said, the admonition and the word of encouragement. So we'll start with the admonition. Arthur Hayes just published an article He says the money printer ain't going burr, so crypto's about to get bludgeoned with a 2x4 studded with rusty nails. Read my essay Maelstrom to find out why, and you could check that out on his Medium. But I just wanted to point to that, give you kind of the TLDR, the little updates I got from it. It's a good article, takes about 10 minutes to read. It goes over what all this interest rates, everything the Fed is doing, what all is that going to affect crypto, and he basically brings it down here. He says, as these thoughts percolated in my mind over the past few weeks, I gained the resolve to take action. I went through my entire crypto portfolio. After a 75% drop from the current levels, any shitcoin I wouldn't increase my position in, I dumped. That left me with Bitcoin, Ether, and a few other large positions in metaverse and algorithmic stable related tokens. Large or small isn't a function of the nominal amount of units you hold of a given asset, it's a function of the percentage of your total portfolio they comprise. A 100% Bitcoin position is too large for some and too small for others. Everything is relative. So he says he believes that because the money printers aren't going burr, and also because increasing interest rates could push the economies of the world into a global recession that we haven't seen in quite a while, because of these things, crypto may tank. And if it does, you're better off having your portfolio in some good coins, not in shit coins. And he thinks that now might be the time to do that. Now, me personally, I don't know. I just read this, so I'm considering. But it's probably not a bad idea to at least go through your portfolio and read this article and see if it resonates with you as well. Now, that's the admonishment, because, hey, the market could go down. But on-chain data looks like the market's going to go up. Now, the problem with on-chain data is it doesn't answer when. It's going to go up based on on-chain data. Could be weeks, could be months, could be years. Are you ready to wait for that? Well, if you are, then I have some very good news for you. Willy Woo, he says the wisdom of crowds has spoken. Bitcoin's ultimate market cap will be 44 trillion in today's dollars. This is roughly 2 times bigger than US M2 money supply. In his opinion, to get there, it will need to take a bite out of bonds, equities, and real estate as a store of value. So this is based on a poll he did not too long ago, where he said polling opinion of Bitcoin's ultimate market cap at full market saturation. 100 trillion is a new global store of value, 10 trillion replacing gold, 1 trillion speculative asset, and then other people who just want to see the results. Well, the most popular one was 10 trillion replacing gold. If that happened, guess what? 10x, over 10x Bitcoin's market cap right now. That's pretty good returns on Bitcoin. But based on the weighted averages of all of these, it actually came out to $44 trillion in today's dollars, which would be roughly a 50x of Bitcoin price. So, that being said, it is good to be in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Likely. And while right now there's a lot of doubt and fear in the market, and while it could get a lot worse, it could also get a lot better. And unfortunately, nobody can predict the future. But that being said, what I can say from my years of being in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is try not to be stupid, and then just have a longer time frame. Think Michael Saylor-esque. Think decades. Think lifetimes. Stop thinking days, weeks, months, years, because yes, there's going to be volatility over the short term. But in the long run, guess what? 1 Bitcoin is still equal to 1 Bitcoin. So guys, if you did enjoy that, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. I will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.